Okay.
Okay, well, we are live.
Okay, everybody. Glad you're joining us today. We're about to get ready with Ron here. How's it gone this week, Ron?
Good, good. So I've been doing pretty much what we've been doing here. The work in hand stuff. I've been working on some ground manner things that he needed to work on.
Good. Yeah.
But I've been getting into a good trot, so I've been pretty happy with that. He got to that good place last week. I got him there a couple times this week. Like since the last lesson. So we'll just see what we got today.
Excellent. Perfect. All right. We can start with the lunging. Oh, good.
It's been wet and cold today, so we'll see how he does.
Yep.
So, Will, have you been getting affected with all the rain like they've been everywhere else?
We got the perfect rain down here. We only got about 4 total inches over all the days, and it just came down a lovely, steady. Could not have been better.
Oh, good.
So I did. In fact, I was out this morning and just brought down one tree on top of my corrals out there, but didn't do any damage. I just had to get up on top of there and get it all chainsawed off. But other than that, we were all good. So it was really about as nice as it could be down here.
Oh, good.
LA, another story. I think somebody was telling me they got 15 inches of rain in Santa Monica.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy what I was hearing online on the radio. That and a bunch of people passed away.
Yeah. Oh, and then what about Jeff Beck? Talk about a shocker.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That was so weird because he got sick, and I guess you can die of that the same day you get it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and because I was always in great shape.
Yeah, amazing player.
Oh yeah, the best. Well, the only one of those guys that was still doing anything, Peck and all the rest of them, the '60s stars. He was still getting better.
Yeah, well, his playing style. I've never really heard anybody that plays like that. It's got that.
Yeah, no.
The voicing and stuff just amazing.
Nope, he will be sadly missed. I'm happy to say I got to see him 3 or 4 times over the last 10 years. So I was really happy that I got to see him live numerous times. He actually played in San Diego like the year before last.
Yeah.
Or the year before the pandemic, whenever that was. I can never.
3 years ago, do you believe it?
Yeah, 3 years. I know, it's wild, huh?
You move out.
Just keep trying to open up that walk if you can. And as always, if he ends up going into a trot, no big deal. But if we can get a little more walk out of him in the beginning, good. Getting better all the time.
Try to get his attention.
Yeah, very nice. Keep working on that.
That's a good boy. Come on.
Yeah, very good. Good job.
Come on, pay attention.
Nice there, good. Really nice. There we go. That's more like it. That's really good. That's good today. Maybe you can get one more stretch out of him before we put him into a trot.
He wants to try.
You can go ahead. That's good. Very nice. Good. There's really no big old belly on this one anymore.
Oh no.
The stomach comes right up. Really good.
Doesn't have all that grass to eat all day long.
Good there. Nice there. Good. Good. Trying to get a little bigger if you can. That's good, man. That's good. Now go ahead and ask him to canter.
Canter.
Hmm.
Canter.
Is that going?
Canter.
There we go. It's getting better. There we go. Good, good, good.
Canter.
Good, good, good.
Canter. Canter. Let's fall into a trot.
Now let him trot.
And trot.
Much better trot now. Really nice there. Keep that. Nice big swing now. You can get just a little bigger swing out of it. What he's wanting to give you there. Right there. Good, right there. Good, good, good. Good. And go ahead and canter him again.
Canter. Canter.
And trot.
And trot.
Boy.
Good job, Duke. Come on, try it on.
Yes. And you can let him walk.
And walk. Walk.
And just keep that walk for a moment.
Walk on.
If you can speed it up a little bit without trotting him. There we go. Get a nice big swing in it. A little more. And go ahead and let him halt as you come to center line there and change direction.
And gotta put my gloves on.
I almost need him sitting here in my house. It's so cold at the moment. Can't believe how high propane and electricity have gotten all of a sudden.
Oh,
like
yeah.
everything.
You can imagine out there it's double what it is here.
Probably so.
I still can't believe that diesel fuel is $5.50 a gallon out here.
Then oh, it's more than that here. It's higher than gasoline. It's like $6.50.
Yeah, gas out
It's
here.
like $1 more than gas. Remember when it used to be cheap?
Yeah, out here it's about $4.25 a gallon for just regular unleaded. It's nuts.
No, we're about $1 higher right now. Consequently, I don't go anywhere much. You guys are lucky to live somewhere where at least they grow some hay and things like that. Whereas around here, I don't know what it's going to get like for horses before long.
It's getting pretty expensive here.
Do you guys have enough fields? Can you cut your own fields to make hay, or no, you don't have enough?
We don't have enough.
Is that going?
Go.
Might get a little bigger. Just go ahead and canter him, just to loosen him up a little bit. Nice. That's getting better.
Canter.
Good.
They got to warm up.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think Lauren's horse was quite cold too.
You know, these, you know, even though they had sheets on today, they were soaked. You know what I mean? Their legs and their neck were soaked. It's just one of those days.
And go ahead and trot again.
And trot. And trot.
Yeah, Karen got about maybe half a foot of snow last night up there.
Wow.
She sent me a clip of taking the new dog out in the snow for the first time. That's pretty funny. That going nice. Really good there. That's what we want. Good swing in that now. Keep that. You know, and he's a horse. Every horse we always have to look at and see what works for them. What works for one horse doesn't necessarily work for the next one. I mean, the ideals by which we train, of course, do. But some horses warm up like this one. It seems to help him to warm up in the canter. Always has this from the very beginning. Others are so disconnected in the canter that it kind of has the opposite effect on them. So they're all a little bit different, and that's what makes this interesting, is we have to figure out what works with each different one of them to get the same thing. That is, to get them over their back. Really nice now. Go ahead and canter again.
Canter.
And of course, that they don't ever come out exactly the same every day, and that if they're really cold or something, it's going to make a difference.
Canter.
Nice. Now trot again.
And trot.
There. Very nice. Keep that.
Trot.
That's more like it.
Come on, trot on.
The power there. Good. Now let him walk.
And walk.
Now let's shorten our side range. Just leave them where they are for right now, but just take them up about maybe 4 or 5 holes on either side and see what that does. That goes to a good place. You know, it's funny. I'm obviously getting very used to doing this now. When I would first teach you guys online here like this, it was very frustrating to me that I couldn't reach through the screen and touch the horses.
Yeah.
Or walk over and help you do what you're doing there. So. But it certainly is working well. And as I say, it solves that problem. The problem with training horses is that, you know, until you've done it a few times and taken a few horses through the whole process, it's that thing of learning what to do every day. You know, we can learn a lot of ideas, but it's still what we do on a given day, when we're ready to come up, when we're ready to close them in a little more. Those are the kind of things that just take a lot of experience.
Yep.
And it's not so much that you're doing anything that's difficult. It's just knowing what to do on any given day. How to keep it all moving forward. That's what's important. The little minute changes that we make in the things that we do.
buddy. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. I fixed the holes, but now I can't get the stuff through the keyboard. What's going on here? There you go. All right, let's try that.
You can go ahead and draw it. Get down there. Nice. There we go. Good.
Come on. Come on. Pay attention.
Right there. Good. Go ahead and canter him again.
Okay. I guess he's going to do it himself.
Waking up now. Now back to a trot again.
And trot. And trot. And trot.
Good.
That's it.
Good. There we go. Good.
Come on. Pay attention.
Good there. Really good now. Really good now. Excellent. That's what we're looking for right there. Very nice. Now let him walk again. As you come to the center line, go ahead and halt and change directions.
And walk. And walk.
Good.
And move. Good boy, Duke. boy.
Good.
Okay.
And go ahead and trot. A little pokey
And
there.
trot. And it's gonna. And trot. There you go.
That's more like it. Now go ahead and canter him again this way.
Canter.
And back to a trot again.
And trot. And trot. That's it.
Go. I like it.
Come on. Trot.
Good there, good.
Trot. Pay attention to me.
Just keep going. It's taking him a minute to get in the zone here today. Some days they get there faster than others. Good now.
That's it.
Go ahead and canter again.
Canter. You heard you, Will.
Much better transition. And now back to a trot again.
And trot. And trot.
That. Did you get it? There. And just a little more power in that trot. He's just a little bit, he wants to hurl back a little bit, a little more, so get a little more push up the back end. Let that get better there. Good. Keep that. Now let him walk again.
And walk.
Good. Now move your side reins up to the upper position.
Same holes. You want me to go back out for?
See where they are once you put them on there.
Okay.
ahead and start him into a trot. It looked like it might be a little short, but let me see what he does when you put him up into a trot. Still got some energy. Good. No, that's good. And he's ready to be there. Good. Good. Like that. Good. Really good. Right there. Good. 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 Really good. Right there. Wow. Really good. Really good. Good. Keep that going. See if you'll soften again. Trying to yield the hindquarters a little bit. Yeah, good. 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 Right there. Good. Really good. Really good. Very good. Good. Right there. Really good. Really good. Really good. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Right there. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Really good. Just like that. Excellent now. Right there. Keep that. That's fantastic. Keep that. Right there. Wonderful. Now let him walk again. That was fantastic. Nice walk right there. Now let him halt and just go ahead and change directions, keeping it all right where it is. Really nice.
Good boy, Duke. Good job, mister.
Now notice how he's starting to lift his front end off the ground.
Yep.
He's starting to get some real lift in him. Really nice. That's the best we've seen.
Good boy. This way, bud. Go.
And just go ahead and push him on up into trot and get him moving. Like that. Good job. Really nice. Good. There we go. Trying to yield those hindquarters. Very good. Getting there. Good. Keep working that. Get that little more flexion. There we go.
Pay attention.
Trying to yield the hindquarters. There. Yeah, good, good. Coming nicely now. That. Let him canter a little bit. Really nice. Now back to a trot.
And trot.
Good. Very nice. Keep that. Excellent. Good. Right there. That's fantastic. Right there. Every time he pops up like that, just try to yield the hindquarters a little bit. Keep that engagement. Really nice. Really nice. Really nice. Right there. Excellent work. The hindquarters just a little more again. Good, 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 good. Keep it going. Just a little more power in the trot. You can get it. Right there, right there. Really good connection. Really good. Keep that. And now let him walk.
And walk. Walk on.
Really nice.
Come, walk. Now come towards me. You need to walk.
You can go ahead.
All right, and hold. Good boy.
What a good boy. All right, we're ready to get you up there. That was great. Started off a little stiff and cold, but got there in a really good place.
Yeah.
And that's the shortest we brought him up into the working trot. That got to a really good place. So that's kind of, you wouldn't want to go any shorter than that.
Yeah. I'll put a mark on it.
Yeah. Keep a watch on that when you work him at that high up, that he doesn't overbend or have difficulty with it. But that he handled that really well. That was really good.
Yeah, bud.
So funny. All my pets are circling underneath me at the table here. I normally feed them at 4 o'clock.
It's time to feeding time, huh?
Yeah, they're all coming to see me. And how they all just start showing up. Must be about that time. You guys got to wait a little while longer. Now today you can go ahead and take the side reins off, take everything off.
Yep.
We'll go.
Yeah, I typically don't ride with side reins on.
Yeah, no.
So.
It's an okay thing to do once in a while in the beginning, as long as you are aware of different things, but it can be helpful. Yeah, probably by about this summer, you'll do a good video and send it to that woman you bought this horse from.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll tell her there was nothing wrong with it except your trainer.
Well, they do have a beginner entry level training, like dressage thing that they do in the fall. So maybe
Great.
if he's there, I could make some circles with him and see how he does.
Yeah, I think you should go, by all means. I think you guys be ready for that kind of stuff by then.
I bought a different girth for him, a used one. It was in good shape, but he's lost a little bit of weight since I started using it, so I got to go to the next size smaller, I think. But it's fine. I didn't pay a lot of money for it, but it's decent.
Yeah.
Run out of holes. What's that? Yeah, it's in the last one. Doing good. Taking the tour of the indoor. And ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Okay, so just going large, just trying to get some kind of an active walk out of him to begin into the stretch. Very nice. And just keep that walk going as you go large. Just trying to get it a little more active as it gets used to you.
Come on, it's just a water spot. Relax.
Good, good. And just try to open up the walk down the long side here, see if we can get a little more active on the long side. Tap of your whip. Of course, always keeping your shoulders back when you do that. Just lifted. Much better. Go ahead and turn by the center line down here and do a little bit of a leg yield to the left, starting off. Use that leg yield as a moment to tune him to the leg and whip a little more. Good. Ask for a little more crossing over, so you can get a little more out of him. A little more, get a little more crossing behind, stepping over a little more. Good, keep that going. Now you're getting it. Good, keep that. Go ahead and do the same thing down the center line. See if you can get a little more step over, a little more active. But starting off, this walk is way better than what we used to get. It could be more active and swinging, but it's not just a crawl any longer, at least. And again, leg yield to the left. Yeah, that's more like it. Good. Keep that going now. Active. And of course, that leg yield is a good time to school the horse to the whip because he's much less likely to actually buck if you're going sideways than they are if you're going in a straight line. So it's a good opportunity to tune them to your leg while keeping them under control. Go ahead and change the rein on the next diagonal. Just continue trying to open it up as you can. But once again, this is way better than it used to be. Same thing at this end when we get by A, turning by the center line and leg yielding to the right. Good. Better in this direction. And now just go straight ahead. Once again, trying to get him to walk out, get a little bigger swing in it. Go ahead and change across the next diagonal again. And turning by the center line, again, another leg yield to the left. Once again, really tuning him off of your leg and whip there. Using that, getting a little snappier in how he responds. as we prepare to trot. Good, very good. Yeah, really good, really nice, much better. Now, whenever you're ready, start him into a trot. Good. Way better beginning than normal. Just a good little humpy. Just keep it going. Keep your shoulders back. It gets ahead of your legs. Yeah, keep it going. And correct your rising diagonal. Good. Just continue going large so you just start just like we always do. Just so he starts to open it up. Just out of curiosity, you think you could try a little canter on him?
Not when he's kicking out so much.
Okay, he's doing good now. This is good. All right, starting to get better. Just keep that going. Just keep trying to open it up down the next long side. Same thing till he just gets over his little pissiness about it all. It starts to flow. Same thing as always.
Yeah, if he wasn't acting up so much, I'd say yeah, but.
Yeah. Just keep getting after him a little bit. There you go, like that. Really nice now. Now we're getting there. Good job. Keep that going. And of course, every time he comes up, keep your shoulders back and just concentrate on getting ahead of your leg and whip again.
Yeah, he's just watching people leave the indoor.
Yep. Here we go. There you go. Good now. Keep that. Good. And a horse that spooks in slow motion. Yeah. Go ahead and turn a little bit by the center line there and see if you can do just a little bit of a leg yield. And once again, use that leg yield to help you school him off your leg a little more while you're doing that leg yield. Keep your shoulders back. There you go. And use that as an opportunity. That's when you want to school him. He's not so likely to pop up on you when you're doing the lateral work. Not to say they can't, but less likely. Keep that going. Once again, trying to get him to stretch out ahead of you again. That's all we're looking for. Yep. Good. That's more like it. Good. Good. Like that. Much better. Good. Keep it going now. And once again, try to steer him through a little sooner through their corners. So we don't want to bury this horse in the corners. So always trying to, your whole end of the arena down there is just like a half 20-meter circle. So we don't get him into those corners at all. Now try to open up a little bit down this long side. Keep that going. Keep it going.
Good boy. That's it. You can do it.
Good. That's better. Keep that going. There you go. Good. Now walk and let him relax for a moment. He just responded. Good. And just let him walk for a moment. That's good. Now go ahead and change across the next tag. And once again, try to pick up the tempo of that walk if you can. Time to keep your chest really lifted. Give him one tap of that whip strong enough to really get a response. Good. Yeah, just keep that going. When you get to this end, turn by the center line and do a leg yield to the right. Good. Getting there. Kind of trailing the hindquarters a little bit, but you're doing the best you can. That's good. Keep working on it. And then when you get on the next long side, back into the trot again. Or if he's ready to go, go ahead and do it now. Whenever you feel like he's ready to go, go. Better starting off this time. Same. Good. That's much quicker. Good. Just trying to get ahead of your legs and just trotting straight forward down the long side. Just trying to open up that trot to get a little more swing, so you feel him pushing you up out of the saddle as you trot. Getting better. Try to lengthen down this long side. See if we can think about this lengthening, getting ahead of your leg again. There we go. That's getting better. Good, 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 good. Much better now. Keep that. Same thing down this long side. Shoulders back and some taps of your whip there and open up the trot down the long side. It starts flowing. Okay, he's going to hop up. Don't let him get your goat. Keep your shoulders back. Tap him again when he does that, as long as you're in a good place in your seat.
Yep.
But when they hop up like that, you've got to discipline them again right away or as quickly as you can, because otherwise they've just taught you not to use the whip. Good, there. Very good. Now, here, and once again, trying to really nice big wide turns on these ends so we don't get buried in the corner. And again, down this long side. See if you can open them up a little bit. Now, thinking of lengthening the stride, pushing your seat through more actively as you rise. It's getting better, good. And once again, now give him a little tap. Once again, keeping those shoulders back. And remember that if he hops up on you behind, as long as you feel like you're in the seat, you've got to tap him again right away afterwards. He pops up on you behind like that. He's basically telling you to forget it, but he's not going to do what you want to do. And of course, he got away with that for only years of his life, talking people out of it. There we go, good like that. Keep that going now. Much better, keep this going. When he gets over himself. Yeah, keep that going as you go large, even a little more active. Good, much better now. There we go, good job. Keep that. Really good. There, we got to a corner without it going hollow on you. Good. Same thing in the next one. Keep it going. Try to lengthen down the next long side. Again, pushing your seat through a little stronger, like that. Give me a little tap with both legs. Good, good, good. Much better now. Keep that going now. Keep that going. Much better. And down the next long side. Go large. Very nice. Much better now. Much better. Keep that going. Good. Going right to that short end. Start to make your turn. Little open leading rein. Down at those ends. So we just give a nice big wide half 20-meter circle down there. That's all we're looking for. Not getting deep into the corners. There we go, like this. Good. Now a big circle here, keeping this trot. Much better now. Once again, ask him to move away from your inside leg a little more. Try to get him a little more shoulder forward on your circle, moving his hindquarters out. There you go, like that. And that's where we get the engagement. Really good. Really good. Now go large again. Keep that going. Keep it going now. Much better. And again, lengthening on the long side. Lift that chest. Good. Add both legs and push your seat through. Really good. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Good. Go large. Keep that. Now on the next long side, change the rein on the diagonal and see if you can keep the trot going on the diagonal. Good. And keep going large. Good. Keep it going. Very good. Very good. Now, keep that. Excellent. Now, go ahead in this corner, as you come to this end, see if you can ask him to canter. I mean, don't push it so hard you think he's going to buck or anything, but see if he'll go into a little canter for you. And in this case, you want to keep his head up and your reins a little shorter. Just don't have a lot of backwards pressure, but just let his head stay where it is right there. And see if you can ask him to canter. Say canter to him if you're not doing that. Use the word. Wherever you like. Let's see if we can get a few steps.
Canter. Canter. Canter.
Try right now.
Canter.
Right there.
Canter.
Now just go ahead and trot then. Just go ahead and trot large and just keep it straight. Keep that activity. You got a lot more activity. I'll take that. Good. Let him stretch into that. Now circle here. Keep that trot going. Good. 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 Much better. Change the rein across the next diagonal. The canter is not important, so just forget about the canter for the time being. But what is important, what we see is by you asking for the canter, you got a lot more trot. So you're capable of getting more trot out of this horse. And, you know, once again, think like it wasn't quite enough to get the canter, but it was enough to get a much better trot. This is the best trot we've had yet, so keep this going. Now lengthen down the next long side. Good trot there. Good. Keep it going. Now open it a little bit so you can get a little bit of stride lengthening. Give him a little tap with your whip. Keep those shoulders back. Like that. There. He starts to come through a little more. Like that. And go large again. Good. Good. Keep that. Now bring him up from the stretch and keep him going. Don't let him stop. So all you do is just bring his head up a bit, but try to keep the trot just as it is. And now ask him to canter.
Canter.
Use the word. Yeah, that's right. Say canter.
Canter.
Good. Now just keep the trot that you have right there. I don't care about the canter. I care about that trot right there. Like that's good. Now on a big circle. Much better activity. See if we can get him to stretch into it now. Good. Good, good, good. Like this. Really good. Keep that. Ah, we got it. Really good. Keep that. Excellent. Excellent. Now go large. Keep that. Very nice. Correct your rising diagonal. Good. Keep that. Ah, lengthen on this long side. I'm loving it. Good job. Now go large. Now I want you to bring your hands together in front of you. Shorten your range a little bit. Try to bring him up a little bit from the stretch, but without losing what you've got. And then just let your hands be steady right there, keeping that trot that you have, and see if you'll soften into a more of a working trot. That is from where position he is there. Keep it going like that. Good, good, good. There you good, good. You got it. You got it. You did it. Keep that. And same thing, ask that for that again on the long side. Just ask him to soften to your reins right there. That's like you're the side reins hooked up on top now. There you go. You did it. Excellent. Keep that right there. You did it. Keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it. Excellent. Keep that power in it. Keep that. Really good. Now, keep that. Keep it, keep it, keep it. A few more steps, a few more steps. Keep it through this long side now. One big lengthening here. Got to really push through with your seat, but yet keep him up in the reins. Keep him up there. Keep him up there. Soften him a little bit. Get him to soften to the jaw and pole just a little bit. Let your hands come together again in front of you. There, right there, right there. Like that, right that, right that, right that, like that. Now walk.
And walk.
Excellent. And you may hop off. That was great.
And Good boy.
Very nicely done. I got to a really good place, and once again, every day we get him a little bit freer and a little bit freer. But that was also a great, you know, test of you, and once again to understand that you could get a lot more out of him, like when I asked you to canter, right? So that's what you need to do for the trot. So next time it will be even more for the canter, but just to give you a, you were capable of doing it, simply weren't asking enough in the trot.
Yeah, I tried using my outside leg out back, but it didn't.
Yeah, he's just a little blowing apart. It's no big deal. We'll come to that before too long. But the point is, what it did was get the impulsion. So you did get him more. So you were able to get him way more active and get a whole other horse by virtue of trying to do that. So that shows me that you can ask him for more than you're asking, and stay on top of it. It won't be long before I have the canter. But that was really, really good today. Any questions? Very happy about all that.
Nope. So
Just like Lauren's horse, I think they're all a little stiffer today than they've been in the past for whatever reason. Maybe they're cold or something. It took them a little while to get there. But once he got going, he's the one, once he gets there, he's better and better, so that's really great. It's not that as I said, with him, I think it's much more of a mental thing than it is anything else with him from what he went through with his previous owners. And he just learned that thing of shutting off his mind. But now he's getting to the point where we can turn the mind on and it keeps going. So that's wonderful.
Yeah,
it's a big
awesome.
step.
So when I'm working him, should I ask him for a canter like that to get a little bit more forward?
Yeah. So by all means, yeah. Think of just asking for the canter. Just not even, don't worry about it if you don't get it. It's what I'm looking for is the more energy. We'll get the canter before too long. He's easy to canter. That's ultimately, but it's just you getting so you're comfortable asking for more out of him. And sometimes doing something like that just makes you do things in a little different way than the way you were going about it, trying to get it in the trot, because it makes you put a lot more effort into it yourself and really kind of boosted him a bit and try to kick him up underneath you, which you did, and it was really good. So fantastic, and that's part of the learning process that we're all going to go through. Any questions today?
No, that's it. Really, just I think I got some game plan, and hopefully we got good weather so I could keep riding.
Yeah, goes better and better and better. And I would, he really came up in his belly today, almost like he looked like he could actually use a little more groceries once he really pulled himself up. Just pointing that out. He looked a little thinner than usual today once he pulled himself up, probably the cold and all the rest of it. I always think of when it's super cold, when I live in places like that. Of course, we don't have that much in California, but is that we always want to increase, they're going to burn a lot more energy when it's really cold. So, there should be a difference in the amount of food that they get and the kind of energy food that warms them up, like corn and grain and things like that gives them a little more internal furnace going, if that makes any sense,
Yeah, the vet wanted us to cut back on the grain with him.
Yeah.
Because he was getting like a little much up here.
He was getting fat pockets. Yeah.
Fat pockets and stuff. So we cut that part of his grain back a little bit.
Yeah.
So maybe we have to just go in between.
Yeah, maybe in between, and why it's so cold. So you see it. I mean, I'm always, every day when I work the horse, I look at its body, and I'm just looking at all those little things. Does that fat pocket, is belly coming up? Is it coming up too far? Like today, he really pulled it up way far, which can also be from not drinking enough water, which is something they do in the cold weather as well too. So that's always something we have to look at too. It can be one of those two things.
He drinks a lot of water,
so that's good. Then I don't think we have a problem. Awesome. Okay. Great work today. We'll get it. I'm going to go feed my pets, and I'll be ready for Calvin after that.
Darcy up here in a minute.
Like that. Perfect. All right.
alive.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, we're back with Calvin, Darcy, and Calvin. So, how was Calvin this week?
It's been good. It's been really good. Had a couple really good days on him. I feel like, in a way, I was like laughing because I had 2 days where I got, under saddle at the trot. He went right to the stretch. But I feel like that's happened before, and then I get to a lesson and it doesn't happen. So,
Well, it's been going pretty good.
yeah.
Well, let's see what happens. So, go ahead and start with a lunge.
Okay.
She's already done a little work in hand with him before the camera came on here, so we're going to go right to lunging.
No. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I know you have something there.
Excuse me.
Ready? Come on. Come on. Let's go.
So, as usual, we'll just give him a little stretch before we put the side reins on.
Boy. Good boy.
Yeah, it's good starting off. Very nice. And you can go ahead and ask him for a trot.
And trot. And trot.
Hello.
I don't
Cold
know
horse.
what that was about.
Body cold, I think. They've all been doing it today.
And trot.
That's good. There you
It was a rough day. It was like 37 and raining all day.
go.
To me, that's worse than 20.
That's good. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Oh, boy.
Go ahead and let him canter a little bit. That's all right.
And canter. I used the whip just to get him to move forward a little in that moment. Come on. Canter.
You're
Yeah,
lost
that
him.
was just the thing for the stirrups.
Stirrup.
He's probably going to look at it, though.
Yep. What's that? Ooh.
Stop kicking at me. It's rude.
Why we lunge far away from them. And go ahead and bring him back to a trot again.
And trot.
Good. Looks good. And go ahead and let him walk.
And walk. And walk. Walk.
And we can go ahead and add the side reins.
Oh, okay. So not both sides?
No, it's all right.
Okay.
It's gonna be fine. Now, oddly enough, out of the three of them, he came out moving pretty actively forward and
Yeah.
not so all a little different.
I know last week it was him that was the one that didn't want to move. Okay, just
You can go grab that thing off of the ground there if you want. Or he's going to grab it for you.
yeah, right. Okay.
Good. Let's try to get him walking out a little bit more in the circle there and away from you, enlarging your circle a bit. Go ahead and drop. He wants to get going. Good. Very nice. Yeah, he looks very svelte today, actually. Looks good. He wants to canter a little bit? Let him. That's all right. Got a good canter. That's good. Everybody wants to canter when it's cold. Good. Really nice. And trot again.
And trot.
Very nice. All right there. Excellent. Great work. Go ahead and canter him again. That was so good. Really nice trot today.
Canter. And trot. Canter. There you go.
Excellent. Good.
Canter.
Yeah, really nice. Huh, best canter he's had. And trot.
And trot.
Nice. Very nice. That. Now bring him a little closer to you and just get a little more power in the trot. So we bring him and work him on a little bit smaller circle. So he's like on 15-meter circles, so like 5 feet in from each side, about like that. Really nice. He's bending nicely on it. That's excellent. Really good. Like that. Little. So if you see him start to curl a little bit at the bottom, then you know you need to push his hindquarters out and ask for a little more impulsion. That's good right there, though. Really nice. Go ahead and canter again.
Ready? Canter.
Good. Very nice. So even though he was a little fussy getting into that, nothing bad, but really nice canter once he's getting into it. That's fantastic. That's what we've seen. And trot.
And trot.
Really nice. And as you come back around to the center line, you can stop and change directions.
And walk. I missed the center line.
Doesn't matter wherever you get to there.
Good job. Good job. Yeah. Okay, walk on.
Nice. And go ahead and trot.
There you go. Boy.
Very nice. And just try to push his hindquarters out a little bit, leaning in with them. There you go. That's better. Go ahead and canter him a little bit.
Canter.
Nice. There. Really good. And back to a trot again.
And trot.
Very nice. Excellent. And canter again. It's really a good job.
Ready? Canter.
Nice. Just keep that going for a moment till he starts to soften and stretch into it. Good, good, good right there. Very nice. And keep it going. And again, trot.
Oh,
Sorry.
and trot. Bad timing.
That's all right. Not important in the big scheme of things.
Good boy.
And keep that really nice. Now, once like we did the other side, bring him into about a 15-meter circle. So about 5 feet in on each side. Like that. Good. And pushing his hindquarters out a little bit on that smaller circle. Like that. Very good. Very nice. Very nice. Keep that going. Try to push the hindquarters out just a little bit more again. Good. Very nice. Excellent work. Keep that. Just try to yield the hindquarters just a little bit more on that smaller circle. Get a little contact with your line so that when you push him out, that the hot forehand stays where it is. Like that. Good. Keep it going. Another moment. Like that. Good. 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 Keep that going. When you come back around to that place right there, you can ask him to stop on the center line.
And walk. And boy.
Very good boy. All right, ready to get up. That's fantastic. Yeah, I think when it's cold, you know, they kind of keep their bodies all hunched up, and then we ask them to open up. I think that's why you get so many sort of kickouts on a cold day like that. They're
Yeah.
going, oh. Very normal.
I've also been trying to pay a little closer attention to just my driving aids, you know, like whether it's the whip on the lunge or my legs, and not overusing them. But
yeah,
it's
not
tricky.
overusing. But then using them. I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is, and using them quickly and when you need to.
Yeah. It does make a big difference if you can, like, I think we've made some progress in that area.
Yeah.
But I think
Time
in a way
management.
he kind of got pissed off at me because he was like, what's that all about? Because I like really used the whip more than I expected to that first time. I woke him up, so.
Yeah.
Sorry, just fixing the mic was kind of falling out.
No problem.
Okay.
I wish everybody's cameras worked as well as this one does. Well, sometimes it's Esther, who's probably watching this, or will. It's very dark in her indoor arena where she is.
Oh, sure.
You know, so it's nice you guys have not the lights.
Well, we also have Ron,
Light
who
walls.
happens to do this for a living. So as far
Well,
as
yeah,
the
exactly.
production side of things,
Having your own
kind of
lighting
goes
crew
all
and
out.
sound crew.
Yeah. I said to him, like, in fact, we put these lights in,
Oh,
and the sound system. So I feel kind of lucky.
yes, you are. Well, anybody's in a good relationship with someone to get along with is lucky.
That's true. I never
We all
thought
know
I'd
how.
meet a guy that was into horses, so it's kind of interesting
Yeah.
that we also have that.
Yeah. And I mean, I've seen so many couples where usually it's the wife is into horses and the husband couldn't care less and just sees it as a big drain on his income.
Yeah,
Even if they're really rich, they just, but they put up with it, but then they bitch and moan about it the whole time.
yeah, exactly. I think you're right.
So doing horses is a very time consuming, it's like,
Yeah,
it's half of your life, to do it. It's like, and it's expensive and all of the above. And, there's no point in going to the expense if you're not going to really do it every day and enjoy it. Why else would you,
yeah, so true.
Some people buy horses and just end up feeding them, in their backyards. And just like a boat, they're easy to get and much harder to get rid of.
It's true. Very, very true.
When you don't want them. And usually because if you don't want them, there's probably the training's probably terrible, so nobody else is going to want them either.
Yeah.
All the above.
I just want to slide my saddle back a little.
Yep. And of course, not that many people sell good horses.
Yeah.
Very few trainers take their time to do it correctly. They're all going too fast because they don't want to spend 2 years to put a foundation on a horse where they should.
Just stand.
It's funny when people talk about the length of time because if you read any book by anybody, starting with the Spanish riding school books or Nuno's books or Klaus Bachenhall or Dressage Formula, anybody who's ever really developed young horses says the same thing, whether they're Western trainers or anything else, that it takes 2 years to put a foundation on a horse.
Yeah.
That's what every book in the world about riding that knows what they're talking about says. Yeah. But people want it done in 6 weeks. Or 9. Oh, we'll give you 9 weeks to train them. You should be ready to go to his first horse show in 9 weeks. 3 months.
We were just talking about, Lauren and I were just talking about Duke while Ron was riding, because I think that's kind of what that person imagined, is that it was going to be this really quick, train this very athletic, nice conformation type horse, and just be able to go event him. And obviously that didn't really work, so.
Nope, it never does.
Okay, maybe I'll get that one when I get on. Come here. Good dude. Don't go. Nope.
Oh, there, buddy.
You're ready to go today, aren't you? Okay, now we can go.
All right, we're going to start on a circle there in the center, just working him into a stretch on the circle. To begin with, just a big circle.
I'm going to go right first.
That's
just
fine.
because I'm finding that that's his better side these days.
Good, yep. Start on the easy side. nice. And just make one more circle, and then you can go large. Try to make it a little more active. And what he's got there is not bad, but it could have a little more swing in it. And when you get back to the rail on the other side, go ahead and go large. Which again, just still working on just the stretch, opening it up as you go large. You get a nice big free swinging walk. Very nice. And go ahead and turn by the center line and do a leg yield to the left, keeping them in the stretch as much as possible, but really getting a good active step over. We want the shoulder to lead a little bit, but we don't want it to lead so much that he's just walking on a diagonal line. It's just slightly. Putting your leg yield right there. Really nice, right there, and keeping that all the way to the rail. Really good, just like that. Excellent. Really good. Keep that going. Really nice big step. That was excellent. Really, really good. Really nice the first one there. Good. Go ahead and go large and change the rein across the next diagonal. That was fantastic. No need to repeat it. That's always the thing is I'm riding a horse, and I'm going through all these things every day. As soon as I do something better than I've done it before and just flows like that, just go on to the next thing. No need to repeat things. We only repeat them when when the horse has done something bad or we feel like it could get a little better. Get a little more activity in that walk. And then same thing in this direction, turning by the center line at A, leg yielding to the right. Good. More active. Not quite as good as the one on the other side, but not bad once you got it going. There, good. Let's do this one more time. We come to the center line down here. Try to get him to start stepping over a little bit sooner, like that last one. The other direction just was perfect. Came right around the corner and right away. These nice big reaches over. No changes of the rhythm. Always remembering that the rhythm is what tells us how correct whatever we're doing is happening. If the horse loses the rhythm, you're losing the gymnastic quality of whatever exercise you're doing. Getting better, good, a little more, tap, tap, there, towards the end of it. So it's a little more difficult for him in this direction. We're gonna do that one more time. Good, nice that time. Good, now onto a circle here. Now on your circle, beginning to shorten your reins and bringing them up into a working walk. So try to keep the activity that you have. Really stretch up through your seat, through your chest. Keep him active as you bring him up in the reins. You feel like he's slowing down, you've got to tap with your leg or whip a little bit. Get a little more bump out of him. Like that, good. Good, soften him a little more with the reins, ask him to soften. You can ask for a little bit more there, keep that energy going, stay on your circle another time around. A little more power in it. Ask for a little more softening as the jaw pulls, bring his pull up just a little bit from where you are there. Get a little more soft. That's getting better. There you go, good. Now go ahead and go large in the working walk. We're going to keep him up and then go ahead and change the rein from this diagonal here. Try to get a little more power of it. Stretch up. I want to get a little more focused right underneath your seat bones. It needs just a little more power. Not quite enough activity in this step. If you can get a little more. Yeah. Now, bring this pole up a little bit. Ask him to soften the jaw and pull a little more. Get a little more flexion while we keep that energy. Keep it coming up a little bit more. Tap again. Get a little more energy in it. And then go ahead and by the center line at A and leg yield to the left. Again, keeping him now in the working position like this. So thinking about like you did in this direction the time before, you came around the circle. It was just all set up beautifully in a way he went. So same thing here. And right there, you're already beginning to step into the leg yield. That's fantastic. Like that. Keep it going. Just like that. Keep it going all the way to the rail. Don't let anything change. That's the best one you've done. Keep that going right there. Really nice and soft and over his back. That was fantastic. Really, really nicely done. Now keep that working walk and change the rein across the next diagonal. Try not to let anything change. But also try to have moments where you do nothing at all. When he feels nice and you're just letting it go along until he decides to try to. Good.
I'm just going to let him poop real quick.
Yeah. Right. He's been such a good boy. Seems like lately we've been spending a lot less time dealing with that.
Yeah.
I mean, this P thing is just all getting a lot easier. You're getting more consistent about everything. Go ahead and go large in that walk. Keep it. And just go ahead and go straight here. I was going to have to change there, but I'll have it change down here. Get a little more power in the walk before we change on the diagonal. Keep that going again just to reestablish everything. Nice, like that. Keep that going. Go ahead and do a shoulder in down the next long side. Perk it up just a little bit. Needs just a little more impulsion in that step. Very nice. Keep that going. Yeah. And shoulder 4. Really nice, right there. Excellent. Really good. Keep that all the way down the long side. Same position, same thought. Got to feel like it's building energy, in which it looks like it's doing right now. That's really good. Good, really nice. Now, keep the working walk and change the rein across the next diagonal. Perk it up just a little bit here as you come to the corner. Soften him a little bit with your outside rein. Make sure he's standing up on the outside. Kind of flattened out there a little bit. Feel like got a little flat. His nose sort of came out straight. We lost a little bit of the power underneath your seat there. So once again, give some taps with your leg and whip and try to perk it back up there. Do you feel yourself lifting a little more? And that walk step coming up and through your body a little more like that. There, good. Keep that going now. And then when we get to A, we're going to turn by the center line at A and leg yield to the right again. Very nice. That going, keeping the power as you make your turn. Thinking about already he's beginning to move off of your inside leg now as you come through the turn. You're already getting that established. And then he starts stepping over away from your leg. Really nice. Keep that going. Keep it going. Really good. Really good flexion. Just like that. That's fantastic. Fantastic. Just like that. Keep it going. Really nice. Keep that working walk. Now, that's fantastic. Really good. Go large. Now down the next long side, I want you to lengthen the stride and let him stretch out in front of you once. And then when we come back towards me, we'll do shoulder in on this side. But I want you to let him stretch out and see if he'll just walk all the way out. Really let him stretch out. Open up that walk and lengthen it down the next long side. That's it. Keep it going. Very nice. Even a little more active. Good. Keep it going. A little deeper, a little more active. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting there. Now through the short side, begin to bring him back up into that working position and shoulder in down the next long side. Or shoulder 4, whichever we get, remembering that the only difference between those two things is the degree of bend. So when we can bend the horse the entire length of its body, it's called a shoulder in. When their body stays straight, it's called a leg yield. So a leg yield becomes a shoulder in ultimately. Really nice there. Really good. Really good. Now start a circle right there and really keep the power in the walk as you make a circle there. Give him a little tap, get a little more power up into your back in the walk in the circle. Good. Now bring his pole up just a little bit. Ask for a little more flexion. Keep it active. So it comes up just a little bit. And if you feel like that action slows it, then relax your hand for a second and tap with your whip on your leg. Never both at the same time. That doesn't mean you have to throw the reins away. It just means your hand is always relaxed when you use your leg. Put him a little shoulder forward on the circle. Once you get him a little rounder, want to get a little more flexion on his neck to come up a little bit, get a little more power through his back so he engages the top line a little more like that, like he was when we were doing the shoulder in. So think of the shoulder in on your circle. It doesn't have to be much, but just bring the forehand in a little bit, get the hindquarters out. So you keep a little bit of a shoulder in on your circle to keep the power across his back there, as we're going to make a transition here very soon. Good. And whenever you feel like you're ready, then go into a trot. Try to build some energy in it. Try to really get him up underneath your seat. Get him really soft in the bridle. Yeah, you can go right.
Okay. Just because I'm finding it's so much easier for me to get
Okay, it's all right. Whatever helps. Okay, good. Now go ahead and in the center there and go into a circle again. Not a bad trot. Go ahead and stretch him all the way down once before we bring him back up into the working position. A little more active, hindquarters to the outside. Keep working that till we get it all the way there. There you go. Now it's starting to happen. Same thing again, hindquarters to the outside. Try to soften him and let him stretch. Give the rein a little bit and just add more power. Tapping with your whip in your leg there once. Get more coming through. And keep working out on your circle. Get it all the way there. And on a circle there in the center, stay on your circle till we get the stretch. Every time you go off this, it just makes it harder when you go in a straight line. There you go. Keep working that. Yeah, get him a little bit ahead of your leg there. Got a little sticky there all of a sudden. Keep working that. Keep going. There you go. Now you're getting it. Good job. So it's so important that we get these things through, that, you know, when we don't get halfway there and give up on it. Really good. Once again, the horse is trying to teach us the whole time, as you learned when you first got this horse. He was trying to teach you that he could run out the door. Yeah. So, now go ahead and let him come back into a working trot again. You've got pretty good activity now. Ask him to soften to the jaw and pull a little bit. Now once again, back on a circle. Trying to get the hindquarters a little bit to the outside until he begins to soften.
Come on.
Good. Let's go ahead and get the stretch again. Let's start from the stretch. So get him really going and active again. Get the stretch really swinging before we bring him up. There you go, like that. Much better now. Keep that. There you go. Just keep that for a minute. Just keep him in that stretch when nice and active like that for just a moment. Good. We've got to remember, we've always got to be able to get back to this. So if we start working on the working trot and all of a sudden we can't get the stretch, work on the stretch until you get it. Now go back on your circle again. Get the stretch a little deeper and then we'll bring them up. There you go, like that. That's better, like this. Good. Now bring them up into the working trot. So as you do, think of bringing the hindquarters to the outside. As you take contact, your hands are going to gradually keep him a little more to the inside with his forehand. There you go, like that. Now you're getting it. Same to start, give him a little tap, get a little more power. So as you bring him up, we have to add a little. If you reach that point where all of a sudden it's just not quite getting there, it's all about the power, getting more to come up into his back, like that. Keep that. A little more flexion, getting there. Good. Now go large. Good. Better now. There, right there. Good. Keep that. Now lengthen a little on this next long side. But just keep his frame where it is and just think of getting a little more power and pushing it so you feel more gather up underneath you rather than just going faster. There, like that. Good. Really nice. Good. Keep that going. Go large. Good. Turn by the center line at the top and leg yield to the left. Very nice. That was a good one. Now, circle right there. Now that you got that little more power in it, you got a good working trot. Keep it right there. Circle. Think of every circle as wanting to be a little bit shoulder fore. Because really we want both ends, but we think about getting a little shoulder fore on every circle. To be sure that we have both ends on the same circle. There you go, like that. Keep that. Really good. Keep it. Really good. Keep that. Really good. Right there. Really nice now. Keep that. Excellent. Now stay on that circle. And when I tell you to, I just want you to sit. First, it's going to be one stride. You're just going to sit one stride and then change. So you're going to be changing to the opposite diagonal. So sit one stride and change your diagonal. Just sitting one bounce. That's all, and then come out of the saddle again. Keep it going. Take it going. Try not to let anything change as far as he goes. When you sit for that one stride, be sure and keep your legs nice and relaxed so you don't squeeze with the upper part of your leg. You can only sit if your legs are relaxed. That's the only way you can sit in the saddle. You can't hold yourself down by gripping with your legs because that puts you up. Now, sit one bounce and change. Good. And rise. Keep going. Same time. Got his tail lifted again. Yeah, go ahead and trot again. Yes, there. So I want you to practice this over the next week. Just doing simple, just one single change, so he gets used to you sitting for just, even if it's just one stride. He wants to quit even though you're sitting just one stride. So stay on this circle here. Sit one bounce and change your stride again. Good. And keep it going. Nice and soft. Keep that now. You're on the correct one again. Keep it going. Keep it going. Good. Sit one bounce and change. Good. Now you're on the wrong one. Now sit one bounce and change. Good. Keep that going. That. The other student wants to stall. Good. Now go large. Now go large. That's what we did it a couple of times. So that's a little exercise you can work on. So the goal is for him not to change his tempo when you just simply sit one stride and change. When you can get that down, then we can start doing more multiple strides. Good. Now lengthen down this long side. Once again, big lengthening after that little bit of sitting trot work. Get him through again, power up to the rein, softening him right there. Good. Now change the rein on the next tag. Give it soften a little more. He's a little bit off the bit. Maybe shorten your reins a tiny bit. Good job. So after you change the rein across the diagonal, you're going to write down the center line by A and leg yield to the right. Of course, I don't care if you hit exactly at A, whatever feels comfortable to make the turn at this point. It's a very small turn. So until horses are working consistently in working gait, you couldn't even begin to think about making a half 10-meter circle. Just to think about that. Often what happens to people in small dressage arenas, they start trying to do these things the way you do them in a show, and unfortunately the horse isn't schooled enough to be able to do it. So circling here, now I want to stretch in the circle here. Just need to get back into a stretch again, got a little above your bit there. Yeah, back into that stretch and just keep it active again on your circle, just staying on a circle. It wants to canter, now shorten your reins in that canter and keep going with it. You can go with it. Yeah, now. Can you get up of his back a little bit and go a little more in a two-point position? Do you know how to do that? Can you get up of his back a little bit? There, like that. Good, 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 like that. Now bring them back to a trot. Good. Now right onto your circle there. That was good. Take it when we can get it. Now on your circle, now right away, he's pushed his hindquarters to the inside. He's not listening to your inside leg. So once again, right back on that circle. Now get the stretch again. Get him off of your inside leg. He's still trying to push his hindquarters to the inside. Push his hindquarters to the outside. Stay on that circle until you get it. Good. Keep softening a little bit with the reins. So it gets a little bit deeper. Keep those shoulders back like that. Good. Come on. Hindquarters still need to go a little more to the outside. He's still trying to throw his shoulders to the outside instead of his hindquarters. There you go. That's getting better now. A little deeper. Make it more active and deeper into the stretch. Keep going. Yeah, good. Like that. There. Now you got it. Good. Now go large and just keep that stretch. That's where you have it right there. Go large and just like that. Don't quit on your step. Good. Like that. Good. Really nice now. Good. There. There. Really good. Keep that. Excellent. Keep that. Lengthen the stride down the next one side in the stretch. That's the way you have him right there. But make him lengthen. A little tap. Just think of it as going just faster a little bit right now. Push your seat through a little stronger. A little tap of the whip. Get a little more coming through. A little more. Come on. A little more. He can do it. Tap. Good. Like that. Now shorten your reins. And bring your hands back together in front of you again on your circle. Bring him back up into a working trot. So as you do, he's got to be moving off of your leg. So think about getting the hindquarters to the outside a little bit. On your circle, bring him back into a working position. Use your reins to soften him a little bit when you can without killing the movement. You soften this jaw and pole a little bit like that. Keep it going around your circle. Ask for a little bit more. Go large. And shoulder forward down the next long side. Really nice. There you go. Good job. Got that to a good place. Yep, keep it going. Keeps wanting to quit on us here. Good. Keep that. Now on your circle here. Keep that big stretch. Liking it. A little more power in it for just a moment. All the way down again. In the head of that leg. Good. Like that. Really nice there. Good. Really big stride now. That's wonderful. Tap. Swing a little bit more. Cap. Don't let it stall on you. Good there. Now bring them up from that. Stay on the circle and bring them up into a working position. So as you bring them up, think about bringing your hands a little bit to the inside, your inside leg, bringing them to the outside as your outside shoulder comes around to parallel the shoulders of the horse. All we have to know about shoulders. They always parallel the shoulders of the horse. Right there. Fantastic. Really nice. That's really nice. Keep that. Keep that. Good. Go large now again. Don't let him lose it. Keep it. Keep it. Could have a little more flexion, but it's not bad at all. Come in there. Really nice. Now circle there. Same thing here. Immediately use your reins to bring him a little bit inside. Your hands go to the inside a little bit, and your inside leg sends his hindquarters outside a little bit. You get him to take up the slack in your outside rein and soften him a little bit with your outside rein. So it's not always the inside. Sometimes it's where we feel the most tension. Of course, we never seesaw on the mouth of the horse. We either keep one steady and soften on the other side, or one steady and soften on the rear side. Keep that. A little more power in it. Tap. Again, tap. Get a little more softening the jaw and pole there again. There, like that. Good, good, good. Keep that big stretch. I'll take that. Keep that. Good. Now lengthening them down the long side, keeping that big stretch in. Like this. Active. Keep it going. Tap. Tell me a really big lengthening now. Nice. There, there, there. Like that. That's what I want to see. Excellent. Just like that. Now, bring his pole up again. As you go from the short side and shoulder forward again down the next long side. Both hands move a little bit to the inside. Outside rein is controlling the position of the shoulders and the forehand. Your inside leg is sending them down the rail. Softening them a little bit with your reins while you go. Keep that flexion without losing the energy. All right. Now, as you come to this end, stretch him all the way down on the circle here again. And make it a little more powerful. So as he stretches down, we should have to see a bigger stride, not smaller. Don't let him start to shorten up as you let go of the reins a little bit. There you go. Keep it going. Keep it coming through. Go on your circle till you get the stretch all the way there. The top of your whip needs a little more power, starting to lose steam a little bit here. Soften him with your inside rein a little bit on that circle, getting him a little more off the rein, off of your leg then. Again, on your circle. Putting him on a circle till we get the stretch. There. Good. Right there. Good. Keep that around your circle, just like that. Keep that. Tap. Keep it. A little more power in it. Tap. Don't let him stall. A little more. Still want to see a deeper stretch. Still looking for the stretch to come back again. The top of your whip, get him a little stronger off of your inside leg. There you go. There, you got it that time. Good. Keep that. Step. There, good now. Very good. Now let him walk. And just stretch him out in the walk and walk for a moment. Really good. Really nice work. Every time we work, we're able to go longer and longer. And of course, you know, it's just like anything else that we learn. What is the old saying about how many times we have to do something before it becomes automatic? You know, so that's the thing about riding, is that by the time you think about it, you know, by the time you think about what you need to do, it's kind of past the moment. So that's the whole thing of getting quicker and quicker, trying to do these things, getting quicker at doing them. And that just takes time. Believe me, I didn't learn how to do this overnight either. And I've been doing it since I was 5 years old. So it takes time to develop these skills. But that's why, like anything else, you know, we have to repeat things many, many times. Just keep that big walk as you go large. Happy with that. A little bigger swing in it. Very nice. And that was kind of interesting because he went along and he was trying to stop again, but then all of a sudden he gave it up and just started flowing for you. So you have to ask yourself sometimes, is that just him playing his old, I see if I can get away with this again of stopping every 10 seconds, you know? When you think about how much he used to quit on you, this is really good.
It's still a problem. I mean, half the problem is like today's ride, I actually was getting tired. I'm literally hitting him to like with my legs and my whip, almost every single stride.
Well, but you get him there, so the next time it should be easier.
But it's been like that for a really long time.
Yeah.
And if I stop using my leg, he stops. So I think in a way we've actually like taught him, or I've taught him, I should say, you know, that if I don't use my leg, then you can stop. So I'm trying to get him out of that habit. I just don't know how at this point.
Well, believe me, it will just go away in time. As he gets more consistent in his work engaged, just like it is on the, like now, you get to the point where you can get to the point with the lunge line, right? Where he kind of gets set up and he keeps going. Well, he'll get to the same point with you. But you have to remember that, you know, you're trying to learn why he's trying to learn. So it is always a difficult situation. I mean, the ideal thing, of course, would be to somebody who's trying to learn this stuff to be in a horse that was trained by some master trainer for years and years, you know, and they just do what you're saying. But, you know, so you're having to teach him while trying to learn it yourself. So, you know, you're doing a great job, and he's gotten so much better about this all. I mean, we used to have to stop like every 10 strides. We'd be stopping and sitting and waiting and waiting. I mean, it's nothing compared to what it used to be. We now have a pretty consistent lesson. We only had to stop once for him to poop. He started to kind of lift his tail a couple of times there at the end, but he gave that up even and got really good. So huge improvement. You always have to look at where you came from, you know, and what you were doing, you know, of him basically looking for an excuse to take you out the door every second.
Yeah.
That was really nicely done. It's really getting to a good place. What a good fellow. I'm just looking at him standing there. You know, he doesn't, that big underside of his neck is no longer there. You know, he's really developing his top line beautifully. It's really coming together really, really well. Couldn't be happier. All right, you may dismount. And then you can go home and rest.
We both can, right?
Yeah. But
no, he's a good boy, and you're right. It's good to have that reminder because you're right. On the lunge line, I used to have to constantly be after him to move, and you're right. That's gone. I hadn't thought of that. And the walk is really beautiful.
You know, when we get up on top of them, it's always going to be a bit of that. You know, especially these kind of horses that learn that. You know, it takes a while to get to the other side of all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And the walk is amazingly better than it used to be. So I'm very happy with that. Now I just got to get through that trot thing, and I I guess we'll be better. But
It's getting better all the time. I couldn't be happier. I mean, it really looks like it's coming together. I know it's still a bit of a struggle, but it's more of a struggle that, you know, the both of you are kind of at the same place. He's trying to learn the working trot, and you are too.
yeah,
But
exactly. And I
I
can
couldn't
feel
be
when
happier.
it's off. I mean, the good news is that I've been in lots of training where I couldn't really feel what somebody was saying. I feel what you're saying. I know as soon as he's like lost contact, and I can feel all that, like, which is really good. You know what I mean? That I'm noticing all that. But fixing it is
Exactly.
another story.
Well, noticing is the first step. I mean,
Yeah.
most people go through their whole lives riding horses upside down and don't even know it. They have no idea, you know. So,
Yeah.
you know, riding is difficult and it takes years. You know, as Klaus Balken says in a year, really, if you want to learn dressage, you should ride with an instructor every day for 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what it takes. You know, but I mean, we're doing the best we can here. But I couldn't be happier. I think all these horses they're all, you know, they're so. Go back and look at what the lessons looked like a year ago.
Gosh, you're right.
To see what they look like now. You know?
Right.
So that's what's great about being able to, you know, tape these and having a library of these. You can really see. I mean, if you really went back and looked at some of your first ones, you'd be quite surprised at how far you've come since then.
That's
So
so
great
true.
work. Yeah. All right, you guys. Great work today.
Thanks,
Any other
Will.
questions? Next Thursday, same time, same station.
I think so. Yep, Ron's saying yep. So
I'll
say
put it down.
yes.
If there are any problems, just give me a call. Great work, you guys. Thanks again. All
Thank
good. See you
you.
soon. Bye.